I get to draw. I saw that. Yay! Great. Perfect. Good. Okay, well, we have sound. We are live. Everything looks good. Well, good morning and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026 and welcome back to another WCN Live episode. My name is Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations, and today my guest is
Linda Ibarra Gonzalez.
So nice to have you. I'm going to scoot this more your way.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you for coming out
You're very
today
welcome.
and kicking off our first episode of the year. I'm looking
right.
forward to a whole nother year of WCN Live. I'd like to thank our new sponsor. We have, well, they're not new to us, but again, sponsoring WCN Live today is Red Wing Shoes. Same family, same location since 1969. And they are, believe me, they are worth the visit to Southwest Military Drive in San Antonio. Red Wing Shoes, give them a visit. You won't be sorry. We have so many people we've heard from that are served very well by the Red Wing Shoes. And that location, they'll even drive from across the way and out of the way to
Wow.
get shoes from them. So thank you so much, Kenny at Red Wing Shoes, for your sponsorship of WCN Live. All right. And with that said, want to remind everybody that we have a comment contest. So while we're live, please post a comment. You can say hi. You can ask a question. We'll be watching them so that we can get them answered while we're talking. We'll do our best. But give us a shout out. Put your name in the drawing because your comment will then put your name in the drawing for next week's winner prize. There we go.
It's the new year.
It is the new year. A little rusty. I took off for the holidays. What can I say? But so Linda, if you could do me
Absolutely.
the honor of drawing a winner from our
Absolutely.
last conversation.
There we
All
go.
right.
Make
And we
sure
had
it's just one.
some wonderful feedback. We had back December 17th was our last WCN Live, and we were talking with the Wilson County Veteran Service Office and the wonderful grant that they have going on right now. So, all of our WCN Lives are available for review. They are on YouTube and still on Facebook for as long as they leave them, but you can go check them out directly at wilsoncountynews.com/WCN Live. And our winner is Derek Godlitz. Congratulations, Derek. You win a C Street gift shop gift bag, goodie prize. That's what we'll have. We'll put something together for you. You know how that goes because Derek's a loyal watcher.
Oh, great.
Yes, and he's won before, so he knows the drill. But I'll reach out to you, Derek, on Facebook Messenger later. And good morning, Sharon. Glad to have you, and Happy New Year to you. Good. Looks like we have some watchers here. So, okay. Well, let's get started because I just love the theme, homemade, savory, and sweets. And, who made them? Well, you're going to tell us. But first, introduction. So tell us a little about yourself, Linda.
Well, I'm Linda Ibarra Gonzalez. I am a wife of over 35 years. My husband, Jonathan. I'm a mother of 4 adult children. They range in age from 28, 30, 32, and 34. I'm originally from the south side of San Antonio, and however, we've lived here for over 28 years.
Oh, great.
And enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like it. I knew I wanted to live out in the country. Didn't know when it was going to happen, but I enjoy it.
Well, that's nice. Did your kids go to Floresville
They
schools,
followed
or?
my husband where he taught. He's a teacher, and then eventually they were homeschooled. So, that's
Good stuff.
kinda-
And that explains a lot of, you were telling me earlier about the connections and how your kids are involved
yes.
with what you're doing.
Yes,
So,
Yes.
well, that's neat. Well, I love how people start their businesses. I love to hear that story. And you were also sharing with me earlier, like that passion that you have for what you do, and I think that explains it. But so tell us how My Mom's Savory and Sweet Treats got its start. And you might also include like how you landed on your business name in that explanation.
Well, I have to say it's a culmination of a variety of things, until you're asked to bring this forth, you start thinking, well, it was this and it was that. And but I'd have to say it started about over 42 years ago. But then I thought, well, why did I why did I like baking? And I know being we had a household of 10. My dad was the only one at work, so we always had a homemade meal. My mom, we rarely dined out. It was it was unheard of.
Yeah.
So we always had homemade meals. So I think that concept, and I noticed that my mom managed to always provide for somebody. If it wasn't food, it was something, and I'm thinking, we don't have much, but she always gave. And I noticed that she always managed to pour her heart and soul into what she provided for us. So with that, after I graduated high school, I missed my friends, so I would bake treats and give them treats. And then it became where I would do that for family and friends. And then it became, I was doing it every Christmas. And then people would hear about it, and can you bake this? Oh, sure. I would just, and then I would hear, you need to sell this. You need to start a business. And I went on for years, 20, 30 years, until I was already thinking about retiring. And I thought, I think I can do this. But it didn't come till years later.
Yeah.
Now, with regard to the name, it's very interesting. It's kind of a twofold thing. I made much of my children's treats,
Right.
whether it was savory or sweet, and whenever they were out and about or when they were homeschooled. Where'd you get that? My mom. Where'd you get that? My mom. And there was a show we used to watch as well. It made reference to my mom, and my youngest child always, had something to say. He said, you can call your business my mom's. So then I thought, there's a connection there, but I added the savory sweet treats because I knew I didn't want a dine-in. I wanted to do this after retirement, so I didn't want the headache of a full-fledged restaurant.
Right.
I wanted it to be small, homey, and so I thought savory and sweet treats, and it became my mom's savory and sweet treats.
Very nice.
People have asked, was it a tribute to your mother? Not directly, but it's just because of my children. But I realized that it was my mom who, I just saw the passion that she had to provide of herself in everything she did, despite the craziness. So,
Wow. Wow. So you kind of, I feel like this question, the reason I had it was next being, where did you get your interest in baking? I mean, you explained that from your background, you're growing up watching your mom take care of your family, and then that's how you took care of your family. But speak more to that. What or who are your influences? And I think where I was getting from this was also leading to the next question is your background. They kind of go together. So tell us, I think that those two things sort of work well together about your past and that interest you had in the education world, those studies and stuff.
Well, to expand a little bit more on the baking, just my children as well, my husband, we had the Food Network TV show on, and they would see something, oh, Mom can make that. So I got a lot of encouragement from my family and my husband. Oh, Mom, you can make that. Oh, Mom, you can make that. Because they knew we weren't going to go out because we homeschooled and there was only one income. But that really gave me a lot of incentive, encouragement, because my family believed in me.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much a shy person. But I know if I want to get something done, I'm going to get it done. But to take on a business, and I opened the business at a time where the economy wasn't, and I thought to myself, what are you doing? But because I had their support. So that influence in baking, I'll be honest, I love sweets. I love sweets. And I remember if I couldn't buy it or couldn't have it, I was going to make it.
Yeah.
So that's another reason I love sweets, and my customers will ask, how do you come up with these recipes? I think of something, and I know that I would like these combinations, and so
very interesting.
I'll make them. So I love sweets. The other question, influences, of course, my mother was a profound influence, and it may not have been directly the baking or the cooking, but I saw what she could do because she was passionate about caring for her children, her family.
Right.
And so I draw on that same. It's not something I set out to do,
Mm-hmm.
but I have been told that by my children.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "Mom, you were never too busy. You would be up grading papers at 4 in the morning, and you still managed to come home and cook and make something homemade
Mm-hmm.
for us." So
Right.
it was, and I realized that was something that I saw my mom do.
Sure.
And I feel now that my children are on their own, I do that for my customers.
Yeah.
So that's another influence.
It
I
is.
just want to be able
Mhm.
to do that for them, and also because the way the food system has changed, another influence is to want to provide I don't want to say healthful snack,
Mm-hmm.
but something that's made wholesome. With that, I try to make as many of my ingredients as possible.
Mm-hmm.
To my own
Wow, that's
caramel, my
great.
own shortbread. If a recipe calls for a shortbread or a crust, I make my own.
Yeah.
I rarely buy anything store-bought other than the ingredient like butter, sugar, salt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah,
another,
That's really neat.
and that's how it relates
Mhm.
to my education.
The education, right?
So-
So much science there, and your brain thinks that way because, like you were saying, you come up with, well, I think I like how that would be, and you know what things will make that flavor, right?
Yes.
It's like you know how to make the magic. So
and I still have room for
That's pretty
learning
cool.
more on what pairs well, and
Mhm.
that I can get from my children. They're
Yeah.
more of connoisseurs of what's out there, so
Mhm.
they provide that feedback
Yeah.
because they've experimented far more than I have with regard to literally tasting that food or
Yeah.
that particular item. So then they provide that feedback to me, or I just do some other research of my own,
Right.
being a science person. But I taught I worked for the Alamo colleges primarily through Palo Alto for 37 years, and
Wow.
of those 37 years, 34 or so were done teaching.
Mhm.
I taught general bio, zoology, anatomy and physiology,
Wow.
1 and 2, nutrition,
The nutrition.
microbiology. So I taught
Wow.
a variety of sciences, but in the
Mhm.
last 25 years, I pretty much stuck with microbiology, anatomy and physiology, and nutrition. So
Very cool.
the connection of how the body functions
Yeah.
and how it needs nutrition
Mhm.
to function,
Mhm.
the chemistry that goes behind all of that.
Mhm.
There's
That's fascinating. I think it's good for customers to know that. It really speaks highly of your work, of what you do.
And I don't miss the opportunity. And
Mhm.
sometimes it's TMI. I have to catch
Okay.
myself because I love the classroom.
Mhm.
I love to teach about the human body and
Yeah.
its amazing capabilities. We kind of take it for granted.
Mhm.
However, someone will ask a question and I'll just go on, and they're just like, "Wow, I didn't know." I said, "Well, I taught for a while." Oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
So sometimes I kind of have to.
Mhm. That's neat. But you're there on the spot where you can help share information. I mean, sharing knowledge is wonderful.
Yes.
What a great thing that you can do that, and that you get those different experiences with customers in a different
setting.
setting. Exactly.
A
Very cool.
completely different setting, rather than it being so formal, like
Yeah.
in a classroom.
Yeah. Well, I'd say I feel from all of this that you just are definitely a testament of your mother, because you are taking care of people just like it sounds like she did and what you saw her do. I think that's really beautiful. Okay, so I know this is going to make me hungry. It'll probably make you hungry, but I think we should dive into your menu. And I don't know anything about. I have a feeling I'm going to be visiting. Give us a rundown of what you offer daily.
Well, I'm not open daily, but I am open. The days that I am open, there are certain items that I offer always
Okay.
when I'm open. And our menu changes every month.
Okay.
So what I do offer anytime I'm open,
Mhm.
blueberry scones, chocolate chip cookies, orange cranberry oatmeal cookies. I offer pecan caramel coconut bars, cinnamon rolls, just regular cinnamon rolls, and empanadas. Empanadas, those are the savory,
Okay.
but I do make sweet ones. The savory most often are picadillo. Picadillo is ground beef with
Right.
potatoes and then chicken, and what I've added now for monthly is carne guisada, because I was offering them every now and
Okay.
then, and where's the carne guisada? Where's the carne guisada? So now they've become
Just
what
the
I offer,
staple
the staple,
item.
yes. And so
Oh.
the menu for this month, I'm normally would be up at 3:30 today
Oh, boy.
because I'm open on Wednesdays, but I took time off because
Yeah.
we drove our daughter up to Chicago.
Wow.
So I took that time off.
Mhm.
But for this month, we're doing 7 different cookies, chocolate chip orange cran, which are
Mhm.
the usual, I'm doing a walnut coconut white chocolate chip. I'm doing a vanilla sandwich cookie. My mind's going blank. What else am I doing? Sugar cookie, snickerdoodle cookie. I'm doing the 3 types of empanadas. I'm doing cinnamon rolls,
Nice.
cinnamon rolls with raisins, blueberry scones, chocolate scones, and what else? I was told to minimize because I can just
Get real creative.
Yes, and my kids, Mom, you're retired. So I think I pretty much covered everything. So every month the menu changes, but those are the staples, the blueberry scones, etc.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's the Savory, it's like replace your breakfast taco with an empanada, right? That's how that works.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you don't have the sweet empanadas. You do.
As a matter of
sometimes?
fact, for December I did. I
Okay.
offered pineapple, fresh pineapple, which I make a compote of it,
Wow.
and apple. I didn't offer apple because I had apple cinnamon rolls. I offered pumpkin.
Nice.
So
Right.
I do offer them special, like seasonal. They're seasonal items. People tend to have those over the holidays, and that's kind of how I create my menus.
Yeah.
It's based on what's going on, Halloween, you know, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc. So
Right.
and what's in season. So that I don't have to transfer that cost to the customer. If I have to buy something out of season, of course I have to put it in the cost. But that's why I try to use ingredients that are in season.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. So, excuse me. What is your most popular item?
I'd have to say the ones that are staple. Those are the That's why I had to keep them.
Yeah, it's like
I
you always
changed the
have to have
menu,
those.
and it was when are you gonna offer them? Are you not gonna? So
That's why you put carne asada in there.
cinnamon rolls weren't originally on the list, nor were the carne guisada, and one of the other items. But they're just popular, so I keep them. They're just not going to go away unless another popular item comes up, and I want to keep the variety.
Yeah.
But for now, those are the major ones, and I know you
Nice.
asked me my favorite.
Your favorite? What's your favorite? All of them,
That's
right?
a difficult one. I thought, well, if it has chocolate, if it's buttery, because I've expanded. That's the other thing I like to challenge myself. So I've expanded to do croissants, puff pastry. So anything with puff pastry, croissants, has cream in it, like pastry cream, chocolate, I'm down for it.
Cool.
That's why I make it.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for all of you who've joined us. Appreciate the good mornings and all the positive feedback. And I would just add to this, and even if you see this later, which many will, feel free to share like things that you'd like to see her add to her menu. I'm sure she appreciates that feedback. Or what is your favorite treat from her location at My Mom's Savory and Sweet Treats here in Floresville? Do you ever, so I think you kind of covered like how you'll get probably requests or how you handle that.
I get requests pretty much every business day, and I do honor them for small orders. I'll ask for a 3-day if it's a large order. A week. I've had orders for 250 empanadas. I've had orders for 400 or more items for a wedding dessert bar. Usually for weddings, they generally come about a month or so in advance because it's a wedding and they know. Cakes. I get requests for cakes often. One in particular, a gentleman, so sweet gentleman. He was originally from Beaumont. He stopped by my shop, and he was asking me if I had ever made a dobosh cake. And he had a picture of it on his phone, and it's spelled DeBurge. It is pronounced dobosh. It originated in Louisiana.
Interesting.
And I said, well, let me research it. So I researched the dobosh cake, and I said, I can make it. So I made it for him, and he says, from Beaumont to Wilson County, I couldn't find a baker to make it.
Fantastic.
And the reason he wanted to have it made is his wife, her parents would give it to her as a birthday when she was a child. So when he gave it to her for her anniversary, he said that she just loved it. And I don't know if you ever watched the movie Ratatouille.
Yeah.
She had a ratatouille moment. I was so humbled by that. I was so humbled by that.
That's
and
precious.
So I've been asked, can you make this king's
Right.
cake? I
Yep.
made king's cake. They give me photos of
Yep.
what they want it to look like,
Oh my
or
gosh.
you can do whatever you want, but if you can make it look like this. One thing I do tell my customers when it comes to cakes, I don't do anything super ornate, just because I have the storefront and I'm the sole baker.
Yeah.
And so I don't think I could do justice to it. So if you can keep it simple,
Right.
I can do it for you. And cake flavors,
Yeah.
pretty much anything.
You got that down.
Anything.
Oh, that's great. Well, good. We've got a few more comments here. Yes, we should specify where you're located. So you are on 181. Give us the
181,
points.
it's north. You're heading north.
Okay.
It's
Between.
between Stewart Road. We're literally past Stewart Road, and you have to come take that turnaround. That's the confusing part.
okay.
If you're heading south, we're right off of 181, approximately 2 miles outside of 1604.
Okay.
Almost 2 miles if
Yeah.
you're heading south.
Okay.
Heading north, you have to pass Stewart Road, take
And then
that
come back
crossover,
around. Okay.
go out of Wilson County into Bear County, come back to Wilson
Yeah.
County, and I'm a little blue house, white trim with a green door.
Precious.
It's a little house, literally.
Good, good. And Annette wants to know if you offer any vegan or vegetarian.
No, not at the moment. And
Would that be like a special request?
that would be a
thing?
special request.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, we answered where you're located, and John says everything is delicious. They even had a cookie with a maple glaze with bacon on top. At one time, they had a sweet with a chocolate chipotle filling.
Yes.
So,
And to
wow,
that very
fascinating.
quickly, well, I'll bring it up when I think
Yeah.
there was some other
Okay.
messaging.
And so you already, I think, maybe touched on this. The current season, what will that look like for you now with the holidays behind?
Well, currently I will be taking pre-orders for Valentine boxes, and our
Great.
pre-orders are going to be start January 16th until February 6th, and pickup will be Friday and Saturday during normal business hours. The boxes are $22, and I have several items, high-end items. They're not
Okay.
just I don't have chocolate chip or orange cran.
Yeah.
They're somewhat time-consuming items. I'll have a croissant. I'll have a marshmallow cream brownie. Again, marshmallow cream I make myself because I don't want to buy the marshmallow cream because it's
Yeah.
highly processed.
Exactly.
So,
Oh.
and also Mother's Day is coming up. I have Mother's Day boxes, Father's Day boxes.
nice.
So, and then the Lenten season is coming up. So what I've done is I've offered that I've done vegetarian. I've done black bean empanadas.
Okay.
So that I've offered during the Lenten season. I've also offered tuna empanadas or quiches. I do quiches as well. They're little
Ooh.
tiny miniature because quiches come in pie form.
Right.
And I thought they're so good. How could I make this portable?
Mm-hmm.
So I take my pie crust and I shape it in like a muffin tin.
Yeah.
And I put, and they come out just
Perfect.
perfect size.
Ooh.
So for
Sounds
Lent,
lovely.
I do what's called I don't know if you're familiar in the Hispanic culture. It's a bread pudding, basically. It's called capirotada.
Yes. Sure know what
And
it
so I
is.
thought, how can I convert this to something portable?
Okay.
So I made it into a cinnamon roll because
Mm.
it has cinnamon,
Mm-hmm.
it has raisins, I have cheese, apples, and I put it in a cinnamon roll form. They come out huge. So during the
Yeah.
Lenten season, I'll do that. It'll be on Fridays only.
Great.
So I try to
Very interesting.
make.
Good stuff. Yeah. I can see why you have such a following and the excitement for what you're doing.
Thank you.
So, okay. Then does that cover do you have any special events coming up that you'd like to tell us about?
Well, the
Outside of that.
treat boxes, but also we are looking into merchandise. I know customers, first year, second year,
Yeah.
they were asking us, do you have any shirts? Or,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just doing the research to find out the best vendor.
Yeah.
You're a small business, and you
Yeah.
have to make sure you get quality products. And again, if I'm going to sell this to my customer, I want to
Right.
make sure it's a quality product. And so we're looking at merchandise, possibly
Okay.
shirts. I've had can say, I'll wear it. I said, that's okay. I'm sure you're going to wear it. But shirts and possibly mugs or anything that I think people would genuinely use.
Right.
You know, nothing impractical. But that is something that we're looking forward to. And of course, more signage. We're still small. We're a small business.
Yes.
This has only been our 3rd year.
Okay.
So look forward to seeing more signage. I know we've been told things aren't necessarily, they're not inexpensive, so we're doing a little at a time to increase our appearance out there. And just because of our location and to get there, there is no easy gradual exits. You either know, you don't know. Because people are traveling
it's fast.
65, 80 miles an hour. So unless you know, you're not going to know to slow down. And so we're trying to increase that visual appearance so that people can anticipate heading to the shop.
Great. And Connie also wants to know, and that's a great question, but do you make fruit kolaches ever?
Yeah,
So those are
I
like
think
the-
it's an
the
option.
German
Yeah. Oh,
check.
yes. Yeah, and I thought about it because I wanted to do some fruit kolaches, and I've done something similar. It's a galette, but the crust, the bread portion, is not the buttery, eggy that they use for the kolache. So I've done galettes, which is
And what's that like?
A galette is almost like an open faced pie, and it's a fruit. You put fruit in it, and I've done those.
Yeah. So, and that's how I envision the kolaches that are usually made at our church festivals and stuff. But they do have the open. But you said the dough is a little
It's my
different.
pastry dough.
pastry.
It's buttery, and so
Interesting.
you can just simply put fruit, but I like to put a little layer of cream cheese with lemon in it, and then put the fruit on top.
Yeah.
And that's a good reminder. I
That
haven't
sounds
put those on
yummy.
the menu, so I'm gonna have to put
Ooh,
those
something for 2026. Where can
There
we
you
fit
go.
that in?
So I have to think of my menus 2 months or so in advance, just to know
To make
what's.
all the
I have
plans.
to
Yeah,
research the.
Sounds intricate.
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you have set hours? Because you mentioned it's not daily, but what are your hours?
My hours, I'm open currently Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
The hours are the same for those days, which is 7 to 1.
Okay.
Then I'm open on Friday. I have a split, 7 to 11, and then I reopen 3 to 6, and then on Saturday 9 to 2.
Okay.
And back to your question about what's coming up,
Yes.
I am looking at possibly condensing my hours availability to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because I am getting more orders.
Yeah.
And I believe opening that Wednesday for that will help me out with fulfilling those orders. I had to, unfortunately, decline orders this past year because I had so many.
You need to be more in the kitchen, right?
So if I have that extra day, it will allow me to prep and meet those orders, because I enjoy it, and I was trained. I think God prepared me along the way. All those hours I spent, being a mom and getting up at 4, to prepare for class, because I played with my kids when I got home, and all of that prepared me to do this, and it kind of works out. Anything we do that we accomplish that comes to fruition, that's is never by coincidence.
Yeah.
It's a purpose, there's a reason. So I feel with knowing that, I know that I'm not going to do this haphazardly or half-heartedly.
Right.
I'm going to do my best with what I've been gifted with or blessed with.
Yeah. Amazing. What a beautiful story. I have so much enjoyed meeting you and learning all about what you're doing and what your role is in the community. I think what a vision, and I have so much enjoyed this. So this video, please share it far and wide, and go and buy her treats, her savory and sweet treats.
So we're open
let's support her.
Tomorrow
Yes.
at 7 a.m. till 1.
Support my mom's savory and sweet treats. I
Yes,
love
ma'am.
it. And we can go for more information. I don't think I tagged you in the description of this video. I'll have to go back and try to do that.
It's my mom's treats. Facebook, it's literally the name of my business.
Yes.
My mom's savory and sweet treats.
Yeah, it's easy to find.
And the my website's linked at those social media platforms. But the best thing is, come visit us.
Yeah.
Pay us a visit. We'd love to have them. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, great. Well, that was wonderful. Thank you all for joining us and for your wonderful questions and comments today. We really appreciate you, and I'm glad to be back here in the new year with the whole new year of WCN Lives to bring to you every Wednesday.
Saying that already.
Yeah. As we conclude, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Red Wing Shoes, They are located on Southwest Military Drive in San Antonio, and been there from the same family, the same location since 1969. So go give Red Wing Shoes a visit, and then on your way back, you can just, my mom's will be right on the right-hand side,
Yes.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, Red Wing Shoes, we appreciate your sponsorship of WCN Live. Thank you so much. And we look forward to, we'll see you all again. We'll be back next Wednesday at 10 a.m. and we'll see you then. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.